Hey, Railbirds, here we are with another 9 ball match from the 2023 Derby City Classic. This is a round 2 match, Josh Roberts versus John Demet. That is John on the left, Josh Roberts on the right. I'm being joined by Mark White. Thank you for joining us, Mark. How you doing today?
Always a pleasure to be asked back onto Railbirds TV. I've been
Well,
with you
glad to
for
have
a
you.
couple of years now. Enjoy every single minute of it, Kevin. You know that.
That can't possibly be true. What about all that snoring that was going on while we were sharing a hotel room that one time? You can't tell me you enjoyed that. All right, looks like
His
Josh
wife was
gets.
there as well. His wife was there as well, I want to
Yeah,
make
she was
clear.
there. Yeah, she was there too. It wasn't just the two of us. All right. So we have Josh has won the lag. He's at the table racking. Over on the next table,
Tell us
Ryan
about the rules
Hollingsworth.
then. Come on, Kevin.
I,
Tell us the
I,
rules.
I, I'm distracted by those pants on the player on the next table there, Ryan Hollingsworth. Anyway, at Derby City, we are playing mostly standard 9 ball rules. Some weird deviations from that might be the fact that I don't know, we're racking the 9 on the spot instead of the 1 on the spot. We're breaking from the break box. No jump cues allowed. You can jump the ball, but you must use the full playing cue. And as always, 3 foul rule is in effect. All right, players
I
are
just
getting
caught a glimpse of
situated.
those pants.
Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt you, but I just caught a glimpse of them pants. I can't unsee that now.
I think Ryan has a golf tournament to go to after this pool match.
Either that or there was a power cut when he got dressed in the morning.
Oh, one more.
Oh,
Ooh, nine
decent
ball.
rig.
9 ball's on the move. But one more rule that I forgot to mention was that the 2 ball must not be racked at the back of the rack. And the rack must be a random rack, no pattern racking. 1 in the front, 9 in the middle, and the 2 ball anywhere else except for the back.
Don't say it. I know exactly what you're thinking.
I was thinking that was a nice shot on the 2 to hold it for the 3. That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking, poor Josh Roberts. If he makes this ball, then he deserves the rack.
He's unsharkable. Oh, he's going to need a big bounce. He's going to need a big bounce. That wasn't a big bounce.
Yeah, the bank is on. If he wants to take it on.
Five, 5 ball is right there. Doesn't have to do anything special with the cue ball if he makes the bank. Josh is a good bank pool player, so I expect him to take it on, and take it on he does. Nicely done.
Yeah, Josh was in the conversation for Moscone last year as one of the contenders. Remember hearing Jeremy Jones talking about him on a podcast saying that he was considered, but maybe not quite ready just yet. Needs to go away and work on a few things, which Jeremy helped him with. He is more well known for his one pocket abilities, I would say, but he's a very, very good rotation player as well. And we're seeing that earlier on here. Nice run out.
Even had to put a little bit of flair in there with that bank shot on the 4.
Yeah, we saw a bit of everything there, didn't we?
While he racks the balls, that's the perfect time to hit that thumbs up and subscribe and ring that bell and all the usual stuff. You know what to do. Maybe it'll help you distract you from those pants on the next table. Or trousers for our English friends.
Yeah, we call pants the undergarment that you wear underneath pants. That's what we call pants. We wear them under the trousers. Apart from Superman, of course, who wears them over his trousers. I'm talking about the real Superman, not the fictitious one, Roberto Gomez, of course.
Right. Yes, the Christopher Reeve Superman. The one true Superman.
Yeah, the best in my opinion. Have to include Brian Pauly as well, don't we, in that conversation? He's also called Superman of the artistic pool world, and actually does own a full Superman outfit, and I've seen him in it, and that's something else I can never unsee as well. Ball in the side. Now then, has he got a look at this one ball? I think he has. Does it slide past the 2? Eight ball disappearing into the side. 7 ball dropping also. And you feel if he can make this one, Kevin, could be all over this rack.
Looks to me like it goes.
Sneaked it in. Good shot.
Unless I'm mistaken, he has to play that 3 ball to the far corner, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he needs to come short side on it, although I think he's looking at maybe leaving the bank or moving it even off of this 2 ball.
Yeah, the bank shot would make a lot of sense for a bank pool player of Josh's caliber.
I think he's going for the breakout. No, he's not. He's playing short side. Well, he's played that not very well at all. Yeah, exactly. That's where he wanted it, but caught it much too thick, or didn't get enough right-hand spin on the cue ball to check it back across. So, good opportunity missed there.
Yeah, with this new cloth, it's going to slide off the rail a bit. And that might be what happened.
Yeah, we've got new Simone's cloth on these diamond tables. Aramith balls. Good quality equipment.
And master chalk.
An Outsfield rack. And Railbird's TV. What a combination. What a combination. Well, that was a little bit of a nothing shot. He'll be disappointed with that. I think he was trying to get the hook.
All right, good opportunity for John. John from Texas. Josh Roberts from South Carolina.
Yeah, nicknamed the Beast. Josh Roberts.
Able to get around that 4 ball nicely. I was thinking he was going to have to go into it.
Yeah, nice style.
I've only ever
Got
seen
strange
John.
little.
I've only ever seen him play one pocket. This will be the first time I've seen him play any rotation game.
He's got a consistent pre-shot routine where he'll go 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and then come back.
Oh, he's sneaking up on the cue ball.
Well, he's really winding himself up for this one. Oh dear, oh dear.
He really does look like he's winding up, doesn't he?
And then decelerated, didn't get through the ball. What's exactly? You didn't get through the ball, John.
But he gets there in the end. Ties it up, 1 apiece. In this race to 9.
Yeah, and Josh will be a little bit disappointed at losing that rack. Made the great shot on the 1 ball after a decent break. All the balls in the open. Just had that little tricky 2-3 to play. Messed it up. And his opponent done the rest. You see the 9 ball going on the spot. Yeah, he's wondering what to do. He's asking what to do. Anywhere but at the back, John. Anywhere but at the back. Well, this is a... I remember the first time I ever played a rack your own tournament. I was so nervous. It was on a stream table and I was racking my own and I couldn't even rack the balls. I was so nervous. My hands were shaking and every time I tried to get them tight, I just spread them all over the table again.
Yeah, that's a problem with a template rack. If you have shaky hands or if you're nervous, it's torture trying to rack the balls. That's when you wish for just a good old-fashioned triangle to rack the balls in.
Yeah. Oh, he needs to move that cue ball over a bit, I think. I'm not sure that's in the box, to be honest.
I think the break box they use... I think the break box they use at Derby City is from the first diamond over to the 3rd diamond. I think is how they do the break box at Derby.
So it's not to the center of the pyramid spot from that diamond, no?
I don't think so. Let me double check that. I think I can pull up the rules and double check that while they shoot a few shots here.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before in any of the matches we've done up to now. I've always seen it inside that diamond and that was slightly outside that diamond on the back rail for me. I could be wrong.
No, I think you're right. I think I don't think they've been breaking all the way from that first diamond. I think they were inwards, towards the center of the table a little more.
Yeah, exactly, because the break box is a piece of string, through that first diamond on that back rail where you break from to the center of the spot, and then wherever that string touches the kitchen line, the head string, that is where the mark is put, and you must break within that box. Same from the other side, of course, as well. The left hand spot to the centre spot.
All right, I have the rules in front of me. It says the break box is 1 diamond each side of the head spot. So that was a legal break.
Okay.
So just another example of how Derby City does things their own way.
Yeah, and to me, you know, it's an indication of the lack of consistency, shall we say, in tournament play. I know this is a standalone tournament, really, but you know, when players are used to playing in lots of other tournaments where it's break box, to change for one tournament can be difficult, I guess. But nothing wrong with uniqueness either, so take from that whatever you choose.
Josh Roberts kind of ended up in between here on this 6 ball. Handles it though.
I kind of put Josh in the same category as Chris Reinhold, another guy who we recently commentated on. That kind of player, you know.
That was an unexpected miss.
Yeah, and this is a thin one. Don't want to get any unwanted English on this cue ball and take it towards that side pocket.
Not
Didn't
interested.
even take it on. Yeah, that's a decent shot as well, isn't it? Very well played.
Good speed. He's got him hooked. Efren on the next table. That match is also on our YouTube channel. Be sure to check it out.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of commentating with you on that one. First time I've ever commentated on Efren Bata Reyes, often referred to as the GOAT, of course, the greatest of all time. Good kick shot, but this is a chance. Giving the rails a good rub on the way down.
Nice shot. Cue ball, not exactly where he wanted. A lot of players would have chosen to go to that left rail and back out. John tried to stop on the way in as opposed to on the way out.
Yeah, as you say, it's a safer bet to actually go for that rail and come back out again. You're never going to end up on the rail. It's caused him to miss it. Well, he missed it, but made it in the other. He banked it.
Thought Josh was the bank pool player.
He's also a good one-pocket player, and that would have been no good in one pocket, would it? That was a point for your opponent.
Right.
This is a tough one.
Center of the pocket.
He's made it.
John Demet taking the lead 2-1 in this race to 9.
Reigning champion of this event is the man of the moment, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Won it in 2022. Year before that, Lee Van Corteza was the winner. Sky Woodward in 2019, Chris Melling in 2018, Dennis Okolo Dennis, of course, at the moment in his homeland, the Philippines. Shane Van Boning, one of his wins. He's won this on a few occasions. Alex Paguline, a previous winner. Another Filipino, Warren Kiamko. What a great player he is. Back to this one. Breaking off 2-1 up. John Demet over Josh Roberts.
Yeah, that was very nice of Francisco Sanchez Ruiz to let somebody else win the event this year. It was nice of him to not show up.
Yeah, he was one of, oh dear, scratching the side. He was one of the few players that decided to stick around in Europe, ready for another event. Of course, then went to Las Vegas, where he got all the way to the final, and also a 5-0 lead in the final against Eklund Kachi. He would have held 8-ball, 9-ball and 10-ball world titles. First person to ever do it. And he was 5 up in the final and ended up losing eventually to Eklund Kachi, who won it for the second time in his career.
Well, that was just rude of Eklund to not let Francisco have that.
Yeah, terrific comeback from Kachi in the final.
Eklund just thinking of himself.
Yeah, quite unorthodox style from Josh Roberts. On goes the extension. Not the tallest of chaps.
He's left this where that 7-ball is an issue now.
Should be able to just miss it, Kevin.
Ooh, just.
Just missed the 9-ball here as well. Looks like he's playing some inside. Yeah, nicely done. Don't go straight.
He's got a little angle. Josh Roberts tying it up 2 apiece in this race to 9. It was nice of FSR to not show up this time so someone else can have a chance. It was also nice of you to not show up to give the rest of us a chance too. Such a friendly chap.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I'm going to try and be there for the next one, actually. I'm going to hopefully play in it. It's one of my bucket list items. Most of my bucket list items are pool related. Been lucky enough to tick a few of them off.
So you're a certified pool junkie.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one bigger pool junkie than me, I'd like to meet him. I'm sure we'd have a lot, or her. We'd have a lot to talk about. Good break. two ball, slides down the rail. Breaking from the traditional place on the table for the box. Just inside that diamond, kept an eye on it.
Just making
Might
this
just
two
send
balls
this all
tough
round
enough.
the angles.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think he might just send it round the angles, Kevin, and play a safety here. Oh, not a good one.
It's got him hooked, but it's going to be a pretty easy hit. Hey, John's not going for his jump cue, is he?
I was just thinking the same thing. I hope he's not going for the short stick. I think Josh is telling him.
Yeah, Josh will let him know. If he tries to pull out the jump cue, Josh will say, no, no, no.
He is. He's pulled out the jump stick. Or has he? No. Yeah, he wasn't playing it like that. He was trying to clip it thin, leave the two ball in the middle of this back rail and cue ball behind the 9.
Yeah, just misjudged the hit.
This looks good.
Yeah, Josh has judged that hit perfectly.
Quite a fluent player, isn't he? Doesn't hang around.
Yeah, makes up his mind pretty quickly and goes with it.
May draw just to the gap in the centre pocket here. Or is he going through it? He's going forward, is he? No, that's correct there. Could get off the rail.
All right, Josh takes the lead for the first time this set. 3-2, race to 9.
Yeah, enjoying watching Josh Roberts actually. Plays pretty quick, nice tempo, doesn't hang around too much, as you say, makes up his mind, plays the shot. All the thinking should be done as you're walking around the table and standing behind the shot, of course, so that when you get down, the main focus is make the ball. The rest follows. Being very meticulous. Checking there's no gaps. Nine ball was threatening the corner. Well, easy start on then. Yeah, caught them all wrong. Nice 1-6 to begin.
If you're not careful, it's easy to get hooked here. And that has happened, unfortunately.
Well, choices here. You could try and hit this thin and bring the cue ball down this end of the table, or he could just try and kick and stick, but needs to get the one out of there. I think he's going to be in trouble. His next shot.
Yeah, I think we saw that coming.
Two rails here. It's very tight if you're trying to really clip it fine. Could end up hitting the 5 ball here. Well, good effort. But did get that distance.
Yeah, that was a very nice effort. He's made good, solid hit, gave himself a chance to make the ball, and yeah, like you say, he's left distance. It's a nice
It's a
touch from
brave
that
shot.
nice touch from that distance.
A little bit more difficult than the last one. Oh, just missed it.
All right, that's safety by Josh. Has earned himself a ball in hand. Josh will probably play position for that cue ball somewhere near that left rail, so he can go forward 2 rails to get from the 2 to the 3.
Don't come too far. Might use the 4 here now. No. Just a little bit awkward. Can he get the cue ball between the 8 and the 5? Oh, he didn't need to. Played lots of inside on that. Lots of right hand spin, keeping it out of the line of danger. Was he having a sneaky little go as well at the 9? It's cost him position on the 5 if he was. Might have to play in behind the 8 here. Yeah, just didn't quite get the English to grab.
Yeah, all that left spin kind of slid on the rail on this new cloth. I can't tell if you can see the 5 or not, or if that 8 has them blocked.
I think he can. Obviously, he can get to the potting angle, but it doesn't pass the 7, so needs to come up with some kind of safety here. Maybe he's going for the 9 here.
5 balls straight up and down the table.
Oh, I like that.
That's a nice shot.
So lots of right hand spin on this one for Josh. Get as much behind that 5 as you can. Or can he see it? Is there an edge on this? No. Well, there was. Wow, that's lucky.
Yeah, he gave a little bit of a hand wave there to John.
Second time around, no. Ball in hand then for Josh. Chance to go 4-2 up in this race to 9.
All right, your turn's over, John. I wonder if Josh would have shot even if John was still at the table. It's like, I don't care. You do what you want. You do you. I'll just shoot.
Yeah, this is a tough shot now. Certainly to get close to the 8 ball.
Yeah, it's going to be coming awfully close to that 9. Navigates around it nicely.
Perfection.
All right, Josh Roberts 4-2 in this race to 9, extending his lead.
All set. He's very precise, isn't he, with his setup? And still not happy with it. Maybe didn't get it quite straight. There is a line marked on the table which gives you the 1, 9 and back ball line.
John's still
Put the
over
template
there.
on.
Still not happy with that stroke.
Yeah, he's doing a John Maurer, isn't he? John Maurer spends hours doing that. I was at a tournament once.
Over the edge of the rail, down the seam.
Yeah, I went and took the balls away. The balls had to be taken away for cleaning, and he still carried on practicing on the rail. John doesn't need balls. Actually, he just won a tournament this week. He won the Mercer, I think it was, the Mercer Memorial in Rum Runner in Vegas. First ever tournament he's won since he moved there in 2020. So congratulations, Mr. Smooth, John Mora.
He was thinking about it.
Amazing, isn't it, how often this happens? I've done it myself, when you just can't get down. You almost need to get down on the line of the shot and move the cue ball while you're down, then get up again and start. Because if you keep getting up, all I can say is it's a good job there's no shot clock. Just draw off this, or can use a rail if he wants. Looks like he's using a rail. Yeah, just not looking comfortable at the moment. Very edgy.
Yeah, he's quite fidgety.
Might need the bridge here. He's got to watch that ball he's queuing over. I always wonder when they look like that, did they actually feel something? Not that it would be a foul in this particular format. It's not all ball fouls. Providing you only touch one ball, I think, Kevin, is the rule.
Absolutely. Yep, if you touch a ball, that's not an automatic foul. It's not all ball fouls. Your opponent has the option to put the ball back or leave it where it lies. Sometimes what will happen is, you'll see this in like bars a lot. Someone will accidentally move a ball and then they'll immediately just reach to put the ball back where it was. Now that would be a foul because you didn't give your opponent the option. You just automatically did it.
Yeah, sometimes it's a gut reaction, isn't it? You can't help yourself.
Yep.
There is an easy solution to that, of course. Just make it all ball fouls. And no putting the balls back.
Pockets that ball with authority. Closes up that gap. Trails by 1. 4-3 in this race to 9.
Derby City, of course, not just about 9 ball. We also have bank pool, 1 pocket. Since I think it was 2013, they started the Bigfoot and the big 5x10. Dennis Corlo, the first ever winner. Shane Van Boning then took it twice in a year. Jason Shaw then did the same in 2016 and 17, winning it twice on the spin. Roberto Gomez in 2018, Chang Jung Lin, then Jason Shaw again, Josh Phillip, and he is the reigning champion, of course, Josh Phillip on the Bigfoot. Federgorst holds the all-around, the overall.
The master of the table.
Yeah, that's what I like. I wish they'd call it that. Do they not call? They don't call it that though, do they?
No,
It's actually
that's
described as the overall, is it?
No, the official title is master of the table.
Oh, good.
People just
I
call
like
it
that much better.
Yeah, people just call it the the all around.
And if there was a prize for overall craziest pants trophy, that would be going to the man on the next table, without a doubt, Mr. Ryan Hollingsworth. Yeah, nice idea. Could just send the one ball back down, run the cue ball into the 3. That's what he's looking at. Maybe a possibility of the 6 going close.
I don't think he's going to like this. I think you just put the AccuRack in the ball return with all the balls.
I thought he was hanging it on a hook. He's put it in the ball tray, has he?
I think so.
Nicely done. Some left-hand English on the cue ball. Oh. Yeah, chose to try and go up and down and trying to get that little bit extra pace into it. Cost him the accuracy.
Leaves a pretty easy out for Josh. Oh, slow down, cue ball. All right, it is.
Yeah, straightforward draw from the 4 to the 5. Make sure you get the correct side of it though. He's done that. John Demet just lost his way slightly in this match. He's going to be going 2 behind again. Well, we spoke of master on the table, or master of the table. There's masters on the table there, look, some chalk. One of our sponsors. There's 3 bits of it there, look.
And there's another one to the right.
4 bits even.
Yeah.
There's 4 bits. Is that what they call product placement?
So I've wondered in England, because I see, English players will always have the chalk in their pocket or in a little pouch. you don't see them put the chalk on the edge of the table. Is that like a rule in England, or is that just like a etiquette
Well,
thing? What's the deal with that?
it's an etiquette thing. I mean, it stems from snooker, where it's frowned upon to have your chalk on the table, and players just automatically grow up. In the pro game where they wear vests, they'll always keep it. They used to keep it in the pocket of the vest. Then a lot of
Yeah.
players switched to putting it in their actual pocket. And then a lot of players, when the magnets came out and the little pouches, a few players do that as well. But you'll rarely see an English player put their chalk, or
Oh, nine
Europeans in
ball.
general. Yeah, 9 ball, golden break, it counts. Just having a little discussion with whether it does or not. They don't know. He does.
Josh is gonna go check. So let's have a look at this while Josh goes and checks.
Oh, cut it in. You rarely see that. Sometimes it will get kicked in that corner by another ball. Nicely done.
I'm pretty sure that
Complete
counts.
fluke, of course.
Here, I'm gonna go ahead and give him the game. Pretty sure it counts. If it doesn't, I'll take it away.
Yeah, we've seen them. We've seen them before, haven't we? In some of the previous matches. I remember Josh Filler getting one actually in one of the earlier rounds.
In some tournaments, the 9 on the break doesn't count in the bottom 2 pockets, but it counts in the other pockets. So you might be going to check that. Especially when it's rack your own. If it's rack your own, a lot of tournaments, if you're doing rack your own, then the 9 on the break doesn't count in the bottom 2 pockets at a lot of tournaments. All right, you got confirmation.
It counts.
It counts.
Well, rack them exactly the same and do exactly the same as you just did, Josh. Do you remember that game between Earl Strickland and I can't remember who he was playing. It was quite recent. It was at the Turning Stone, I think, or one of those type tournaments. And it was rack for your opponent. And both players made 2 golden breaks each in a row.
Really?
Every
Wow.
single time in the bottom corner. Every time in the bottom corner pockets.
They must have been using the triangle rack and not a template rack.
Yeah, they were using the triangle rack. Exactly. We're using the AccuRack from Outsville, Mr. Chris Renfro, designer of arguably the best rack available to players at the moment. Really is a unique tool made of unique material. Sort of grips to the cloth, doesn't fly around like the plastic ones do. Available from outsville.com, and you can even have them customized with your pool room on or your name on, whatever you'd like.
And whatever you do, make sure you call that rack by the right name. There's nothing magical or mystical about this rack, but it is an accurate rack.
Yeah, no turtles were harmed by plastic in the sea either. Made in the USA. I think he's trying to make the 7 there as well. Maybe. What a shot. You mentioned his banking ability. On full display there. Great shot, Josh Roberts.
Oh! I won't show the replay of the miss that followed.
Just as we're praising him, he goes and misses a relatively easy. Here, use your own rest, Efren.
Sorry, we're just playing a match over here. No big deal.
You may be the GOAT, Efren, but that's a bridge too far, mate. Of course, in the Philippines, that's general practice. You normally have 8 or 10 people leaning on the table. There might even be a cockerel jumping up and having a run around the table at some time.
Yeah, you gotta kick the chickens out of your way when you get down on the shot. Can only imagine the culture shock of a player going over there if they're used to super serious, super quiet. Everyone's 20 feet away from the table while you're shooting. If you're used to that kind of environment, imagine the culture shock.
I've been lucky enough to have spent a year in the Philippines back in 2017, and I'm due to go back again in April, end of April, and I'm going to go and visit a place called the Shark Tank where all the big matches happen. I believe Shane Van Boning is on his way there after this to play Dennis or Colo. Dennis, of course, who can't travel at the moment to the US, so if Muhammad can't go to the mountain will go to Muhammad, or Dennis in this case.
So the Shark Tank, is that pool table indoors or outdoors?
Yeah, it's indoors. It's a fully air-conditioned, purpose-built, like challenge room place.
Nice.
But a lot of them are outside.
Nice run out there by John. Closes up that gap, trails by 2, 6-4 in this race to 9. Yeah, that's even more culture shock is outdoors, in addition to all the people standing around the table and animals and kids and rainstorms and
car horns going off constantly, the smell of lechon in the background. Tremendous country. Food is great. The people are super friendly. They all speak excellent English. Lots of American influence over there with air bases and stuff like that. Really is, as you say, a culture shock. But the people are just so lovely and welcoming. They love their pool, of course. And if you like pool, then, well, you're an immediate friend.
Hey, I like pool. All right, John Demet with the break. Good solid break. but
No reward. Yeah, can he avoid
oops,
that
Josh is
3
shooting.
and 4? He's used it. Oh, careful here. Yeah, I like going across this way. Maybe even hit a 3rd rail if you can. Oh, very close.
That's
I
trouble.
did see on an earlier angle, I think that 3 and 4 are wired, so no need to move that. Just needs to get on this 2 ball. From there, it should be okay. Well, yeah, he's playing this into the side, isn't he?
Looks like it. I don't think he's playing safe. I think he's playing for the run out.
Yeah, and the usual rule of thumb on ball in hand is you want to be going forward with the cue ball. You don't want to be drawing back off it for position to your next shot. Much easier to judge the pace on a roll through. But he needs to be pretty accurate on this one. Yeah, that's the target. That's 7 balls, somewhere near there. Nicely done. All about this shot then. Needs to draw back off this, or is he going forward? Yeah, that's nicely done. Looks straightforward from here, Kevin.
Should be. Six of the 7 should be pretty straightforward. Oh, this was okay. I must have missed seeing the angle. I thought that 3 to the 5 was a little easier than this, but I was, I guess, not seeing the angle right.
No, he drew off the side rail. I thought he was running it round the angles to play the 5 in the side, but maybe he didn't have the correct angle.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but if that was available, I'm sure that's what he would have shot.
Played nicely.
Yeah.
To the 7.
Got a little awkward angle on this 8.
Is he banking it?
Is he a little careless, maybe.
Yeah, just took the 7 for granted, didn't he? He's okay. Players generally don't like playing into the side pockets. No problem.
No, not a problem. Extends his lead to 3. 7-4 in this race to 9. We are your hosts. I'm Kevin Ross, being joined by Mark White.
Nice to be here. Just sitting front and centre, doing what I love. talking about a game I love, a game that I started watching when I was 7 years old. My dad let me stay up late on a Monday evening on a school night to watch a game or a program called Pot Black. It was a one rack of snooker, one frame of snooker as we say, and it was black and white. That's how old I am. And that was the moment I fell in love with the game, and then as soon as I could, my father bought me a table for Christmas and I started playing then when I was 7, and I've been hooked ever since. Hooked in a good way, not like Josh is on the Wumble there. Or not even Josh, it's John coming to the table. We can play a push out, remember?
Have we seen a push out this set yet?
No, not one.
What is a push out?
So, the first shot after the break, whichever player has the turn at the table, you can come have a look at the situation and you can play what's called a push out, where you can hit any ball on the table or don't hit anything if you prefer. And John, not playing a push out there, deciding to go rail first because he couldn't necessarily see a decent push out. And you're looking for that place to put the cue ball where your opponent maybe is tempted into taking a shot on, and they don't want to give it back to you just in case, but they do have that choice to give it back to you after you call a push out. But on this occasion, wasted words, because that was a decent kick shot from John Demet, and now he needs to play one himself here, 2 rails, and hit that one ball, maybe even get close to the side pocket with the one. Oh, he's got nowhere near the one ball. That was a misjudgment. So now ball in hand then.
And I think he's made this a little bit easier for John, moving that 3 close to the 2. Oh, is he playing a safety? He's playing a safety.
Well, he wants to be careful here. Another rule is you have to hit a rail, of course, when you make contact with the lowest ball on. A ball must either hit a rail or go in a pocket. Must hit a rail, and he does. Played it very nicely. And 3 fouls do count in this, so if Josh doesn't get out of this, he will be warned by his opponent that he's on 2 fouls. Make 3, you lose the rack. Ask Fedor Gorst about that.
And it must be 3 consecutive fouls in a game. If you make a good hit, wow, that's a good hit. Then any fouls you've made previously are erased from your record. You have to start over again if you want to try to 3 foul someone.
Oh, that's a bad miss. After a really good escape shot from Josh Roberts, where avoided the dreaded 3 fouls. It's not often you see pros get 3 fouled. There we see a replay of it. Great shot. I mentioned Las Vegas earlier on, where Fedor Gorst, of course, had that awful 3 fouls, which cost him the semi-final, a place in the final against Sanchez Ruiz. There was also another one during that tournament, and it was Jeff DeLuna who 3 fouled, I think it was Sky Woodward.
Yeah, that's...
No, it wasn't.
It
actually wasn't, sorry. It was over Josh Filler. Because I can remember saying at the time, I bet there's not many people that 3 fouled Josh Filler.
So you know the Canadian player Paul Patier?
No.
Hmm.
Wasn't he an actor? Oh no, that was Sidney Poitier.
No, he's one of the top Canadian players. No, I was about to say my claim to fame was I three-fouled him once.
It doesn't count, Co. I haven't heard of him, Kevin.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
mate.
you totally ruined it for me. You big deal. You three-fouled some guy I never heard of. Yeah, big deal. Yeah, he wouldn't have minded if that cue ball would have rolled a little bit more. A little bit of a tester here.
Oh, nice. But as we often see, it just snowballs when you get slightly out of position on one ball. The next one is normally a little bit more difficult. And this is a tough 9 ball.
Wow.
Wow, he's got the best result he could have asked for there. Cue ball close to that bottom rail. Distance between the balls. This is a nervy one. I always think if you can stop your opponent getting on the hill, you've always got a chance. Big shot in the match now.
Nice shot.
Oh, fires it in. What a great shot that was. Now takes him to 5. Keep him off the hill. Reminds me of a Mexican artistic pool player called Javier Gomez, who I was lucky enough to meet and get some coaching from actually when I was in Mexico City just after the pandemic. I went there and quarantined for 2 weeks before going to Vegas back in 2021. Got some lessons in trick shots and 3 cushion.
Hey, you got lessons in trick shots, and you didn't enter that artistic pool tournament in Virginia?
It's a bucket list. It's on a bucket list. I want to learn. I've got 5 trick shots that Brian Pauly has sent me, and I'm going to learn them to start with, and then I'll only have about another 145 to go.
All right, well, you better get practicing. The next tournament's not that far away. Actually, I don't know when the next one is, so that's probably not a great thing for me to say.
Will you stop me asking my next question? When is it and where is it? I might know something about that, but I'm not allowed to say. Questions to Brian Pauly, President of the Artistic Pool Association. A little bit awkward here. Obviously the 2 passes the 5. How does he get to the 3? Could leave the 3-8-7 in the side. Is that the 8-7?
That is the 8-7.
Decided against it. You can see his intention here. Wants to try and get some balls moving. Maybe get lucky on the 7 in the side.
It seems to me like if you can get under this 2 ball and kick the 2 up table, you have a lot of balls you can hide the cue ball behind. I mean, you have a lot of chance to get lucky by hiding your opponent. It seems to me like that'd be a better play than hitting hard and trying to make a ball in a pocket somewhere.
He needs to get the bridge out if he's going to play the shot you're talking about.
Well, he is left-handed. I think he is left-handed, isn't he?
Yes, he is, yeah.
Yeah, that exact shot, if he would have hit it much softer, I think had an excellent chance of leaving the safe. But he was trying to make something happen.
He just needs to stop the cue ball here. Play the 2 into the side. It's a free shot. Now he can play that shot we spoke about. You don't have to call shot. And that's worked out perfectly.
Well, unless your name is Chris Reinhold, then you must call it. And he's got a little bit of angle. He can roll forward, up around the middle of the table.
Is that Cesar Morales? Kevin, is that Cesar Morales on the next table?
I think that is Cesar Morales. Yes, you might be right.
Come on, Efren. Time is money, mate. Time is money. In a world of his own.
Oh, again?
In more ways than one. A few years ago as well, wasn't he?
It looked like Josh was having a laugh.
Yeah, Efren has won this 9-ball event once, actually twice, 2005 and 2010, I beg your pardon. He's also won the one pocket on 5 occasions. So no stranger
And he did
to winning here.
He did very well in the 2023 Derby City Classic one pocket division as well, but I won't tell you how he finished. I won't spoil it for you. Josh Roberts on the hill, 8-5 in this race to 9.
Yeah, who's going to be crowned 2023 champion? You can find out here on Railbirds. We'll have all the action. Yeah, unusual way of racking actually. He put the 1 ball on last. Maybe he knows something we don't. Already made 1 golden break.
Let's see, if he makes the 9 on the break, maybe he's doing something. Oh, that 9's
It's
moving.
moving again. But no 9-ball and no any ball. It's dry. Yeah, once again, nothing easy though on the 1 ball. Has got a look at it, but awkward queuing over the 3. Needs to get a good safety in here.
I don't think that qualifies.
Maybe a little bit surprised he didn't go at that.
Little bit. Oops. Now you get to see that rule in action.
Yeah, let's have another look at that, can we? Can we have another look at that?
Sure.
I mean, how that cannot be a foul is just, I don't know, it surprises me so much. Look at this. It's gone to line up. I want you to put it back. Yes, please. I don't want to tie the 5 up.
However, had that 3 actually touched the 5, then that would have been a ball in hand foul. Because then you would have moved to 2 balls. And at that point, the balls must stay in their place. The other player has no option to put them back.
Yeah, interesting point as well, though. So if he had fouled there, it would have been ball in hand. So he had to take the white and play another shot, right? He can't just put his opponent back.
Correct.
Okay.
I know that's a thing in snooker, right? Where you can make your opponent shoot again, put all the balls back, and shoot again, and get another 7-point penalty, and keep doing it over and over, or something like that.
Yeah, because any any unsuccessful escape out of a snooker, out of a hook, is immediately called a miss, because they're just so good that they can hit a ball. And what the it happened on a few occasions where people would deliberately miss the ball to gain some advantage, and now that advantage has been taken away. So every single one is called a miss. And also, if you can actually see another ball, for example, another red ball, you can see, but you're trying to hit another one and you keep missing it. If you then miss that 3 times, then it's automatic loss of rack.
Interesting.
Yeah, to be a snooker referee these days is a tough gig.
Interesting. So Josh wouldn't shoot when Efren was standing over there, but he has no problem shooting with those pants or trousers in his line of sight. Of course, maybe that's why he came up short on the 3-ball. Maybe he was distracted by those golf pajama pants, whatever they are.
Yeah, I've actually told Jam Up Apparel, of course. I've told them they should bring out some nightwear as well, so you can live, breathe, and sleep. Paul, bring up some pajamas
Pajama-ups.
to sleep in. It's point of no return, playing right-handed here. There again you see the funny bridge hand from somebody shooting with the wrong hand, shall we say. Best in the business, John Mora. I actually used to watch John Mora's dad when I was a kid. I mentioned that I used to be allowed to stay up late and watch snooker when I was 7 years old. John Mora's dad was actually on the snooker circuit back then.
Oh, I didn't know
Mario
that.
Mora. Yeah, once reached a quarter-final, I think, or maybe a last 16 of the World Championships. So he's going to get one back here. It's going to go 8-6.
This is round 2 action. Both players have 0 losses. Derby City is a little bit unique in that it's not a traditional double elimination bracket. It's single elimination with a rebuy.
Yeah, reasonably priced entry fee as well, isn't it, for this? Is it what did you say, 160?
That's correct, $160, and the rebuy is $100. You only get one rebuy. You can't keep rebuying forever. So after every round, they redraw and shuffle up the names again, and then everyone plays again. Everyone gets paired off.
It really is unique in so many different ways, isn't it?
It is. It's a one-of-a-kind tournament, unlike any other. And that's what makes it so special. All right, dry break. good look at the one for Josh to get started with. Everything's wide open. If he makes this one and gets good on the two, then that could be it for John. It all comes down to this shot here, really.
Oh, lovely bump.
Ooh, don't tie it up.
3.
Like a surgeon.
Yeah, not quite so much pressure moving the rack in this particular tournament. With you can touch another ball, providing it's only one.
Well, he wanted the angle where
nice.
I was going to say he wanted the angle where he's not going to be going into the 9, and he might have come out a little too far. Oh, he's all right. He only brushed the 9.
Yeah, it has caused him some problems though, Kevin, because he's finished maybe just a little bit straight on this. Might have to draw back for short side. Well, no, it looks like he's going forward, so he's got some angle. There you see it. Oh, don't catch the 9. Oh,
wow. Now that's threading the needle.
Flirting with that 9.
Yeah, he just didn't want to end up on top of that 7, and he's okay.
He's living on the edge here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Every shot he's making, he's got a little bit of a added incident to it.
Ooh, again, it's not easy.
Even now, yeah. Just travelled a little bit too far, a little bit of adrenaline flowing. Should get up now. He's changed his mind down on the shot. And there you see, I tell you, you cannot change your mind when you're down on the shot and not get up. It just doesn't work.
Didn't it look like he was talking to somebody behind him or something while he was mid-stroke or something? And something weird happened there.
Well, John Demet taking time out to give a round of applause to somebody else there, joining in the fun. People are moving our camera around. It's all happening here.
Yeah, I think it's all the people walking in and out. I think that's what's happening. All right, come on, John. Kick this ball in and run these balls out. You can do it.
He needs to hit this a little bit hard, I think, to straighten it off of this rail. I think the natural angle would have taken him into the 9, so he'd be playing low on the cue ball and hitting hard here.
Oh, what a shot.
Well played. Brilliant shot. And, so hard to judge because he was altering the angle there. He was changing it, manipulating it. Good shot. Well,
even with all the people walking by. Oh, apparently they're not done yet.
Twist? Is there another twist in the tail?
Are we playing pool on a cruise ship? Is that why everything's all moving around? I've heard there are cruise ships with pool tables.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Seems weird to me.
I've seen one. And they're on like a gyroscope.
Oh, is that how they do it?
So, yeah, on a self-leveling floor, so it goes against a bit like those gimbal things, where you walk around with a camera and it keeps the camera steady all the time.
A big camera gimbal for your pool. A big camera gimbal for your pool table.
Yeah. I think it's called a gimbal. Well, look at this. Yeah, this match has gone weird, hasn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Well, Josh Roberts did that in a previous rack, missing the 9, and then John Demet made that excellent 9-ball from close to the rail, full length of the table. Now a chance, this though, for Josh to win the match. And in it goes.
Here, let's end the match here on a high note. Here, let's watch this bank shot. We'll end on a high note. What a nice shot. All right, well, Josh Roberts does defeat John Demet 9-6. This does not eliminate John from the tournament. He can still rebuy. He has 1 rebuy left if he wants to use it. Anyway, we're going to have plenty more 9-ball action for you coming up on our channel, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. I'm Kevin Ross, along with Mark White. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See you guys.